Good afternoon or good evening, everyone. We are working on the what are we working on, Ezra?
The seeder.
The seed drill, yeah. So we're replacing all the discs in the front.
Some are old.
Yeah. And we're replacing all of them. They're getting the new ones that was supplied with the seeder. And where's that socket gone that was here? Did I take it back? So I've nearly done half of them. So you can see that's what they were like. And then, so there's quite a bit worn off them. So we have pulled these off and actually put new grease nipples in. There's one over here that's got a grease nipple in. So the discs go on here and they've got a bearing each side inside a housing. And these grease nipples here have broken off or fallen out, so I've put new ones in and got grease going inside. So really just making sure everything is working as it should. Greased up to make sure, check all the bearings off. I had 8 bearings. Some I've had to replace one side and some both, so we may need to get some more bearings at a later date, but yep, that's the bearing. Oh, was that you?
No.
So there's one that we pulled apart. There's all the spacer nuts and bolts. And this one here, so here's one where that bearing is fine, and this one here's got a new bearing. That bearing's fine. Just got to put a bit of oil on it to lube it up a bit.
So it can
It was a bit, yeah, it was a bit dry. So, like your dad's got this press because it works magic getting this out. Ezra
Yeah.
makes it heaps easier. Yeah, it sounds loud, eh? There we have it.
Good. Better.
You can see the bearing is pretty toast. Got one here. So the moisture's been getting into them. Probably the original bearings, I'd imagine. I doubt they've ever been changed.
There's
Right,
no way.
Yep. You want to put those in the rubbish? Yep. And we'll go.
Here it is.
We'll go and put the new one in. So you can. Here's a comparison. That's how much it's worn down. It's quite a bit. These discs could last a while, Ezra.
Yeah.
You want to put that one? You put it in the rubbish. That probably doesn't need doing, but what I'm doing is just putting a bit of oil around here. Make it easy for the bearing to go in. The bearing just gets pressed in. There's a
Why are you using that to get it in?
It works quite well. Just wind it in so it won't go anymore. And we're done.
Good.
Just like that.
Repeat.
Yep. Right, put the bolt through the hole. Yep. Do them all. There's 6 on each one.
I just found that one in. That one went in easy.
Right, one more.
One went under easy as.
Yep. That's it. Now I hold them all like that, and we put the spacer in. The spacer goes in there, which we've got one spacer already. And we get the
Nuts.
yeah, we need the nuts next.
Here's the nuts.
Put this on there with all the oil on it.
Sticky.
Yeah, just let me get this lined up.
Oh, that's probably perfect.
Right, put the nuts on.
Dad, I'm putting the nuts on for you. And it must get done.
Good practice, eh? Some of the nuts are quite worn because obviously the discs have been running quite deep in the ground because they've been small.
Yeah, and because we need it so we can put seeds into the pegas.
Yep.
If the grass doesn't grow, if the grass doesn't grow that much, if the grass doesn't grow that much.
Well, we want to make the grass grow by putting new ones in, eh?
Yeah, because we really want the turnip to grow grass.
That's
I
right.
saw some grass growing there, picking. I saw some grass in that grass room at the downstairs.
Yep. Let's make sure.
Yeah, be greasy, yes.
Then we have one assembled. It slides back on that shaft, which we'll show you in a minute.
Yeah, the camera.
You can't see it, the cats, because
Let's put the bin in there.
that was easier because it was lined up better. Can you give me the rag on the back of the seed drill?
Here's the rag. Here's the rag.
Pardon me.
This is probably good there. This is probably good. This is what we stand on when we put the seeds in.
That's right.
I had seen you say you on your phone. Now that way I know, right?
Yep. So there's not a lot of room when it comes to getting these back on. I'll show you later on. There's a pin that goes in. The
Yeah.
pin up is made up. It's got 2 pins on one, and it goes in, and there's just enough room to get it past the disc. Which I suppose that's all there needs to be, just enough. Right, should we go and get another one off, Ezra?
Yeah.
So this is what I was talking about. It's got, this here is like a spring system on the discs, which allows it to absorb shocks, I guess, and it's attached in 2 places, down here and there. It's got a piece of steel with
And
2
this.
pins and then a bolt that goes through, and that only just clears the disc. It actually clips the disc when it goes in. So either these discs have got slightly bigger, or that's just how it was.
Oh.
So you can see we've got all these ones in. I've just got to put the bolts in to stop the pins coming out.
These ones are little and those ones are big.
Yeah,
Really?
and we got,
The person.
so you can see how much more clearance we have there. So we'll just give this a hit with a hammer, drive it out, and then we can take these 3 units
Away.
in and change the disc.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to hold this while I video it while I whack it out?
Yeah.
You see on the screen? You can see me. Look down here. Can you see it? Need my bar. There we go. Alright. One.
It can actually be.
Hold it up.
Why?
Hold it up because that's it. Show. So, right there, where there should be a grease nipple and there's not. So, the guy that owned it before me was a bit slack when it came to greasing. Film it, Ezra. Look at me.
Oh.
It's all, just touch none of it. So these are the dust covers that go on. Dad prepared this. It was snapped off through there, so we ground it back and then welded in the V, and then it's not really strong enough like that, so we welded those on there. So that goes in here down to the back of the chassis there. So yes, we haven't really got to do anything else. It's still the wheel bearing and tighten up some of the tines, or straighten them up, a couple that are bent, and just go over it. So that's going to be it for tonight. We'll carry on with this tomorrow.
And just get out of it. Get out of it.
We've got to talk to them, tell them what we're doing.
We're making this back how it is, but a bit how it was.
We're fixing it, eh?
Yeah.
Go around the other side and show them.
We're fixing this. And we have to fix it because it has to go back how it is. Anders, you want to tell? Want to be in the photo, Anders? Go over there into photo. Go into the photo. Go into the photo. We point at what are those, Anders? Point down there. Now, point.
These grease nipples haven't had grease nipples in for ages. They're packed full of dirt. The guy, it's pretty poor maintenance really. If you want things to last, you got to keep them greased.
Yeah, cause
and the amount of bearings that were replaced that are actually just shagged is, you know, heaps. It should stuff that just should be done. Hey Ezra.
Yeah.
Got to look after what you own.
Yeah.
So we'll have a Mintaz drill. We've actually got the drawbar and rams coming to make it a trailed seed drill. So we're going to end up with a pretty cheap seed drill, a trailed seed drill. Alright, so going to be a little update on the seed drill. The impact gun, it's got a flat battery and I can't find Dad's other batteries, so sort of stopped putting the discs back together, but we've put the openers, the bar, put that back in place, because I think once all the discs are on, it'll be a pretty heavy unit to get back in place, so I thought it'd be easier to put the individual units on rather than the whole lot together. Also fitted just the hydraulic top link ram in there, and it works pretty good. I think it lifts it up off the ground enough. It'll clear, we can't really tell at the moment because I've got the wheel off, because I'm about to have a go at replacing this bearing. Otherwise, I have ordered the kit to make it a trail one, so it'll have rams and all the hoses to convert it. So this is day 3. I'm only getting to do a few hours here and there, so it's not like it's day 3, 8 hours a day. It's just a few hours here and there. But all the the discs are actually ready. So we've got 2 there done, another one in the vise there waiting, and all these here have got new bearings if they needed them. They're ready, just waiting. So here, if the battery didn't go flat on that drill, I'd be putting some more together, but that's alright. So yeah, we're getting there. Right, my favourite word to say, right. Right, so the seed drill is all done, bar the drawbar and the rams, which are still coming. I've got 2 hectares worth of seed over there, Shogun, which I'll get to put in with this seed drill, so we'll get to give it a shot. probably going to wait till I've got the drawbar. Then I'll be able to adjust the depth properly. But yeah, otherwise all the discs are on. We'll just straightened out a couple of I just end up hitting them back with a hammer, loosen them up, hit them back, straighten them up. The guy said that he kept it in a shed. He may have, but these here, when you pop this off, the seed comes down underneath these gears, and that was just full of damp seed. You know, they started composting, so we ended up pulling the I'll show you. We ended up pulling this here out, and that allows you to get inside there. So yeah, all under here was underneath that little sprocket was full of rotten seed. So yeah, it was a bit of a pain, but that's what you get when you buy second hand, I guess. But otherwise it all seems to be working. Fixed up this, doesn't have a wobble anymore. It's a spring, still got to tighten it up here, but I didn't want to have that tight for no reason, so sort that later on. But one thing that's missing is it's got these little hooks where you hook this bin into it. Hooks on the back here, so you can calibrate the seat by folding these down. So yeah, I've got to get those, but otherwise it's all ready to go. I look forward to putting it in the dirt and giving it a try. But yeah, it's not going to get to do much this season, but I didn't expect that. It's just, yeah, I'm probably going to end up just not putting a ram in there and just having the top link at this stage. We'll see. That top link did fit in there quite nicely, so it's not impossible, but yeah. So that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you somewhere else on the farm. See ya.